Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? It is Friday, my dudes and dudettes and duets and duderinos and whatnot. I'm a dude, you're a dude, we're all dudes. And it's Friday, heck yeah, it's Friday. Today we have a little bit of nothing real big, but a bunch of little stuff maybe. We got a box. It showed up yesterday. I don't know what's in it. It's from Jason. Jason sent it to me, LDO Motors. I think I know what's in the box, but we'll take a look what's in the box because it doesn't actually have a label. Or it did before I cut it off. So we got that. So what I'm thinking today, because it's a nice little Friday, I have been absolutely doing nothing but staring at printers printing Gundam parts for the past 2 months. So we're gonna take it a little easy today. We're gonna see what's in the box. I got another box here. We're gonna take a look in that box. We're gonna get a printer up on the desk. We're gonna start printing, and then I think before we dive into anything big, we need to do some organization. So I think today is gonna be we'll do the, I'll print, what's that ADD game all the Zoomers play? The Subway Surfer? Is it Subway Surfer? We'll 3D print Subway Surfers, so I'll have that in one side of the screen while I organize everything on the other side of the screen. And then we'll yap and hang out and chill and do some fun stuff. It's Friday, Gundam it. Yep, speaking of Gundam. Are you ready? The white balance is going to blow it all out. Behold, the head of the RX-78, which Gundams have small heads. That's something I kind of figured out after, while printing everything, is Gundams have small heads. And that is true, in reference. Gundams have small heads. And they also have a lot of legs. I guess that's why Ariel is so popular, Gundam Ariel. But if you were here yesterday, if you're a channel member or a Patreon supporter, we started putting this together yesterday on a member stream. So every month we do a stream that is just channel members and Patreon supporters. And usually I do stuff that I wouldn't do live normally, but I don't like gatekeeping content. So usually it's like behind the scenes stuff. So this is gonna be a video. This is this weekend's video. So we put some of this together and then I finished putting it together last night because the plan was put it all together on the stream yesterday. And then I did what I normally do and I forgot to print something. So I started printing it at the end of the stream and I'm like, okay, we'll finish putting it together on the stream today. And then I did what I also do is at midnight last night, I'm like, oh, the part's done printing. So I just put it together. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I should have recorded that. Yeah, the overlays are off because we had the member stream yesterday. Overlay. There we go. So anyways, not only is this a pretty cool Gundam head, it's got a party trick. Cool. Got a bit of a party trick. It lights up. We have LEDs. Look at that. Everything's better with LEDs. And if you want to know what the internals look like, there you go. So we got LED. It is taking all of my willpower to not make the obvious joke with LEDs right now. But anyways, yeah. So we got the head done, which means the entire, other than the backpack, which I still have to print parts for, other than the backpack, we have all the parts for the upper part of the Gundam printed, which means I could put it together, and this is what it looks like. This is what we're currently at for the Gundam build. And if you promise to keep it a secret, I started putting the legs together. So I got to put this somewhere because we can't have this out on the desk. So you're gonna sit right here. Sit on the Maykara for now. Don't go on an adventure. There we go. So yeah, I gotta buy clamps. Remind me to buy clamps this weekend. I gotta go buy clamps this weekend. I need clamps. Need the clamps. I'm struggling with sensorless and M8P with NH36 and Carto. No matter what I do, it crashes. I'm gonna have to start fresh. There's settings depending on what it's not the board, it is the driver that you have to play around with the settings with, and you need to make sure you have the jumper. Make sure you have the jumper. You gotta put a jumper in it if you're doing sensorless. Okay, let's get this movable feast underway. Hey, do you want to win some filament from Polymaker? Every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Enter for your chance, link in the video description. Enter now. We will be doing the draw at the end of stream. So check that out. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Video this weekend is going to be another part of the Giant Gundam build series. And then also, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter. If you're really cool, gifting memberships to others, or just check out some of the links in the description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs one and the 3D Gloop one, use code Canuck, save some money as well. Andrew Rogers, $10 for the clamp stay fun Friday, yay! Also, I'm just gonna say this because people should know. On the Tuesday stream, somebody gifted 50 memberships. Yeah, they refunded it. So I was hoping there'd be more people in the member stream yesterday, because I seen some people were pretty excited that they got a gifted membership. Whoever gifted the membership, they refunded it. So that didn't happen. Hopefully it was an accident. Hope for the best. But yeah. Okay. What do we got in these boxes? I got some boxes here. So 2 boxes showed up from LDO. This one showed up a little while ago. We got to figure out where this one. I think we're going to put this one in my V2. So I've got 2 V2s right here. One of them is just an LDO 300 V2, just a stock one. I think it's a 2.4 A or B kit from LDO. It's one of the original ones. I think we'll put the Jabberwocky in that. So what comes in an LDO Jabberwocky kit? By the way, I don't have a link for LDO motors. LDO doesn't sell directly. They sell through resellers, and I don't have any affiliate links with any of them. So just whatever one is local to you, you can get your LDO stuff from. So what's in this box? So we got the Nighthawk 36, which I'm assuming is just, this is a new packaging. Ooh! Is that a Nighthawk logo, or is that like the new LDO logo? Is LDO getting a new logo? I like, that's cool. So I'm assuming this is the board, yeah. So toolhead PCB, breakout PCB, cables, wires, power, stuff like that. Okay, so that is that. Yeah, I didn't know they would bother making a new logo for the Nighthawk, but that's kind of cool. The packaging is looking, the LDO stepped up their packaging game a little bit, looks like. And then we also have the Jabberwocky kit itself. Matthews gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. So we have a Fadus conch hot end. We've got some fans, extruder motors. So all this jazz is for the Jabberwocky. So that is all the hardware. So other than printed parts, which is the norm, I believe we have everything to build a Jabberwocky. So that will be going on the LDO V2 that's down there. You can see the Sparta 3D sticker, because I think it's all printed in Sparta 3D filament, which I don't know if I have any of that red left, so we may have to use a different red. But that is a Jabberwocky kit. That's cool. We might start building this in the next little bit. I got to print the parts for it, but that's cool. Don't buy LDQ stuff. I've never heard of LDQ. Looking at picking up the SV08, what's the biggest issue you found with it? Well, I don't have mine anymore. I got rid of mine soon after I got it. Two reasons. One, I didn't really have space for it. And two, I got a bit of a lemon. I had an early production one, so I had some issues with mine. The biggest issue with Saval printers is they are built to a price point. Simple as that. They are built to a price point. So they'll probably work good until they stop working good. That's kind of my experience with Saval printers. I know a few other people that have Saval printers. I think I opened this box upside down. Let's flip the box over and open it right side up. Do I have tape? I don't have tape. Well, I guess we're opening the box this way. So if you're looking for a big, cheap printer, there you go. It's a good option. If you're looking for, this is going to be the printer that is I'm going to use all through my entire college to print stuff, and it's going to have 100% uptime, and I'm going to put thousands of hours on it, you might want to shop around. Bamboo just teased their new, what are the frick are they even calling it? HD2, HP2D, R2. The thing that people actually wanted them to make, H2S. There you go. So it's going to be the H2D, but single. So you'll get the full bed. Hopefully it is much cheaper. But I have no idea. Simple as that. Okay, what do we got in here? What do we got? We got docks. So I got Galileo and Orbiter. Galileo 2 extruder kit, Orbiter V2.5. Okay. Orbiter V2.5. Orbiter V2.5. Galileo 2. Shouldn't they all be the same? Shouldn't it be one or the other? I mean, I guess you can mix and match. Stealth changer tool and dock kit, So we got 4 tools. And then we got more boxes. Top hat and door buffer for a 350. So he sent me a 350. But we're gonna have to do what I like to call in the business a little shenanigans, because the printer this is gonna go on, it's not a 350. It's not a 300, it's a 330 with extra Z. So we're gonna have to do a little faffing about to see exactly how many tools we fit on this thing, along with how we're actually gonna make it work. Because I want to avoid doing the top hat. The machine that's gonna go, this is gonna go on, base kit, and tool and dock kit. Okay, so we got 5 tools. He sent me 3 orbiters and 2 Galileo 2s, so we can do 5 tools essentially. But I don't know how much. Who here for stealth changer? Who here knows off the top of the head how many tools you can fit on a 300 stealth changer? Is it 4 or 5? I think it was, because I have 330. Index makes more sense. Yes and no. Index makes more sense if you know exactly that all tools are going to be the same. This has the advantage of I can run 5 different hot ends if I wanted to. I could run hot ends with longer melt zones. I can run hot ends with shorter melt zones. I can run, if there's a specific nozzle I like Diamondback, for example, or something. I have a look. I'm not trying to say Index is better. I'm trying not to say Stealth Changer is better. They are different ways of going about this. Index won't make tool changers obsolete the same way Index won't make AMS systems obsolete, and AMS systems didn't make MMU systems obsolete, and those systems didn't make Tool changer is obsolete. They all do the same thing, different ways. You need to figure out which system makes the most sense for you. Simple as that. And that's just cardboard. So we've done a Galileo 2 build on this channel before. So we've done Galileo. So I guess we'll build some with Galileos and some with that. We'll do a little mixing and matching. So that'll be fun. Oh, they wrote my name in the box. What is in the base kit? Let's see what's in the base kit. Yeah, also, Index isn't for sale yet. So if you need something right now, your options are what's already out there. Snapmaker U1. I've seen some early stuff from some people. It seemed okay, except for the one person, it didn't work at all. So the thing is, every video you've seen on the Snapmaker U1, to my knowledge so far, are pre-production units. They are not production units. I am always hesitant to promote Kickstarters at all. In fact, I don't do Kickstarters at all. I refuse to promote anything that's on a Kickstarter. I just don't do it. And two, wait until production units exist, because a lot can change from pre-production to production. That's all I'm saying. If you're willing to purchase one now, just take my generic advice about all Kickstarters. Be fully willing that if you give your money to a Kickstarter, you will never get a product and you will never get your money back. That is the gamble with a Kickstarter. I'm not saying Snapmaker is going to do this. Bamboo, for example, had an extremely successful Kickstarter, right? A lot of companies have very successful Kickstarters, but it's a gamble. It's always a gamble. You're always going to roll that dice with a Kickstarter. So I'm just trying to, it's $1,000 plus, also you're taking the gamble on whatever, for the Americans in the audience, sucks to be you, but you're taking a gamble, whatever the frick the tariffs might be when it finally ships. So it's kind of like, I hate how they discount it so much to make you want to ignore caution. It's like video games. Don't pre-order video games. Never pre-order a video game. Okay, we all are okay saying that, but a shiny 3D printer comes out on Kickstarter and everyone starts throwing their money at it. Wait for production units. Tariff prices including the Kickstarter. Is it? And also, is that current tariffs or future tariffs? Because, as we've seen, a lot can change. So this is the board. So this is the breakout board for the Nighthawk. So this will take up to 6 tools, it looks like. That's pretty cool. And we got some of that. We got a shuttle kit. What is the shuttle kit? So yeah, I'm always, ooh, that's the tool head. That's a very nice machine part. So there's our tool head mount. So yeah, if you're okay taking the gamble, from what I've seen, the machine seems like a decent machine. It seems like a decent tool changer. I haven't really looked into too many of the reviews or anything too in depth, but it is a Kickstarter, and the only units that exist are pre-production units. Wait for production units, and wait for it to just be normally on sale. That's my advice. I'm not your parent. You do you. What are we unboxing? I got a stealth changer kit, so we're seeing what's in it. We're seeing what's in it. So I'm assuming each one of these is so Nighthawk 36, and some wires, and LEDs, and fans. So I can't remember what tool head they recommend for, or actually no, the stealth changer has its own tool head, right? So these are all the tools for all of that. So this can go back in the box. Okay, let's put all the heavy stuff on one side of the box. Heavy stuff on one side of the box. There we go. Gonna be a big printer. I mean, the printer's already built. We're just adding tool changers to it. Like the printer already exists. It already exists. It's right here. We're just going to be putting tool changers on it. The Jabberwocky's over there. Like, I have a Jabberwocky tool head over there. I'll be using whatever for this, I'm going to be using whatever the recommended files are, essentially. Top hat and door buffer for a 350. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some hacking. We're going to have to modify some extrusions. Oop, hopefully it doesn't have an address on it. Stealth changer and that. Oh, this is just the parts kit. Should I keep the paperwork? Probably, but I threw it out. Ooh, we got the most important part of any build. An empty box. And empty box. Now here's the thing. Is there something in the box? It's my hopes and dreams of the future. What's in this one? What's in this one? It's the Epstein files. Okay. Fasteners, some frame parts, and I'm assuming they're black. Yeah, we got black extrusions. So, ooh, more insulation. And I think we got some acrylic. Yeah, so acrylic. So, for those that don't know what a stealth changer is, let me pull it up here. Additive Atom, 22 month. Oof. Yeah, the boxes are actually empty. They're just, what is it? Draft shift. There we go. We'll just go with this one, because this is the kit. So as you can see, the stealth changer mounts to, so essentially this right here is a normal frame for a V2. The stealth changer adds a top hat. And then we also have this front extrusion here that all these carriages mount to. So on a 300, how many tools can you fit? We have 5 tools. It doesn't tell you how many kits fit. Doesn't tell you how many fit. But essentially, I'm going to try and avoid the top hat. I don't know how well this will work, but I'm willing to sacrifice some Z on this printer that I have to forego the top hat. 5 tools fit on a 300. Okay, yeah, so we'll fit 5 tools, no problem, because it's a 330. So we'll have 5 tools plus room to spare. So let me show you the printer this is going to go on. I'll try and explain it a bit better, because if all goes well, we shouldn't need the top hat, because 2 reasons. One, this printer already has 400 millimeters of Z. I have printers with 400 and more. I have a printer with 600 millimeters of Z. So I'm okay sacrificing Z on this printer, because I probably will never max out the Z on this printer ever again. And more critically, more important is simply the fact that you can see the printer here. It's this one right here that's now you can't see. It's this printer right here. We can't go any taller. We have maxed out our height. We cannot elevate to a higher plane. We can't. We got no room. It got no room to go up. So what we're going to try is this. Let me move a bunch of stuff. By the way, I'm a big dummy. These are the holes for this is the base for the Gundam. And these are 46 millimeters. So I went to the local Home Depot. Actually, I went to Rona, and I bought 1.5" ABS pipe to go in here to act like the rods to hold up the Gundam, because it says here 1.5/40 millimeters. And I'm like, okay, I'll just print a little sleeve to fit around it. I'm a complete idiot, and I already knew that when you buy pipe, it's usually, as far as I know, the standard is when you buy a pipe, the size that they tell you is the ID, the internal dimension. And I'm a complete idiot and forgot that. So this doesn't fit in here, so I have to go return this. So if you're wondering what I'm doing this afternoon, I'm gonna be at Rona trying to return pipe. So yeah, I are dumb. So yeah, so the plan is this printer here, if I don't even know if I can get it out. It's all plugged in. I think it's all plugged in. Let me move some stuff here. Move some stuff. Move some stuff. Moving all the stuff. Moving all the stuff. Let's see if we can get the printer out that we're going to put this on. You are all garbage. Ooh, a duet too. Can never have enough duets. Softline you met. Softline is hard you measure ID, softline you measure OD. Okay, that makes sense. Because all the pipes that I worked with at back when I used to lay pipe, I used to plumb molds, being an adult. It was always ID. It was always measured by ID. So, what's in here? Ooh. Oh, a positron bed. Because, a positron bed. And that's right, I lasered these. And a mirror. Because, hey, chat, you want to see yourself? Look. There you go. Here you go, chat. Say hi, chat. Wave at yourself. You're right there. Wave. Say hi, chat. Okay, let me move the glass stuff to a spot where I won't break it. Okay, you go over here. Try not to break. I'm trying to get this printer out because we're going to print with this printer while I do other stuff on the stream today. That's kind of the plan, because this will probably be the last time this printer prints anything in its current configuration. Because I haven't actually used Tallboy in quite a while on this channel. So, yeah. Why am I a camera? I am not a number. I am a man. Anyone want this? I have no idea what to do with this. You can live there, I guess, for now. Okay, let's get this printer out. Try not to hurt myself. Okay, so that's good. So we're no longer stuck. So I gotta unplug this. Ooh, this is... Where's the power plug at? Are you on this side? Are you on this side? Are you even plugged in? Hopefully you're plugged in. I mean, hopefully you unplugged yourself. Oh, I'm gonna fall. There we go, unplugged. There we go, okay. You better not have a bet going on in chat if I hurt myself. Woo! There we go. Say hello to Tallboy. My oddball-sized V2. Say hello to Tallboy. It's a little dusty. So this is my oddball-sized V2. The bed is actually a 300 millimeter bed because they don't make a 330 bed. And when this machine was originally built, it was a V1. This is actually my very first Voron. For those that don't know, this is a screw. And this is filament. This was my very first Voron, or the frame of my very first Voron. When I originally built this, it was a V1. It was a 300 by 300 by 400 V1.5. That, if you go back and you watch the very first live stream I ever did, was this printer. Let's go down memory lane. Let's go travel. Oldest live stream is tearing this machine apart. Oh God. The old setup. I'm gonna mute myself because my audio was horrible back then. The very first live stream I ever did, five years ago. What are we at? May 2nd, 2020. We've been doing this for over 5 years. Fun times. But anyways, it was tearing this down because what happened was I had built this as a V1, and then I built a V2, V226, the V2 in the basement. And what happened was, I was like, okay, I'm not using this as a V1 anymore. It's not enclosed, it's open frame. Let's convert this V1 into a V2. And I converted it into a 2.2. And I got it all mechanically assembled. Yeah, before the dad bod set in, yeah. I got it mechanically assembled, but then I never actually finished building it. We got it mechanically assembled, and then we just kind of stopped. Or I stopped. This was before I streamed, so there's no royal we yet. And then I got the idea, this was like just after V2.4 was out, let's convert this into a V2.4. So like the first couple streams on the channel was building this as a V2.4. So the first series on the channel was building this printer. And then obviously it's had some conversions. You can see anything that's blue is from this original build series. So all the parts on here, you could I use blue parts. So all, you know, all the blue parts you see on here, I reprinted the front ones, but I never reprinted the back ones. You can still see the back covers are blue. So all the blue parts on here are original from 5 years ago. Obviously the gantry has been swapped out. The gantry is a carbon fiber gantry it's got carbon fiber XY joints and AB motor mounts there. It's a chaotic lab kit. The rear extrusion is silver. This was originally, we called it Silverback before we called it Tallboy because I had to make an oddball size rear extrusion. So I just cut up a random piece of extrusion I had. So it's got a rear English silver extrusion, Galileo tool head. It's got a Rapido high flow, not ultra high flow, just high flow tool head board. It's got a Vitali CNC tap kit. So it's actually a pretty kitted out printer. It's actually a pretty kitted out printer. It's actually a really nice Voron. I just haven't really been using it much because lately I've been using, I know it sounds weird, the Prusas. More for stuff. And if I have been printing stuff, it's been on the other V2, this V2 or the V2 downstairs, or lately the Venture. So this machine hasn't actually printed anything in a while. So what I'm thinking is we print something on it today. And then while it's doing this, we just kind of get everything kind of organized and ready for some builds in the next little bit. I like the Prusa XL bed. Yeah, this is a Prusa XL bed because, you know, it's a 300 bed. This machine actually has about 330 of travel. So it's got 330 of travel in the XY, but it's got a 12-inch bed. So I've lost about an inch of space. So I just threw a Prusa XL bed on it because then I don't have to worry about over travel. Simple as that. Although it kind of sucks because you can't actually print ABS on it because the bed flexes up too much. The magnet isn't enough to hold it down. Although I might have swapped the bed. I can't remember if I swapped the bed. Because this is the original bed. This is actually the original bed, and so I have a different bed on it now, so it might actually hold it down. So I'm going to take these panels off because we're probably not going to need them anymore. And by the way, these panels are the finest grade coral plastic material in the world. The finest chloroplast. I mean, we're going to be taking this printer all apart anyway, so I might as well start taking stuff off. Don't click the update clipper button. It's going to be funny to see what version of clipper this is on. This printer hasn't printed in a while. So it's going to be fun to see what we're at. Oh man, these clips are rough shape. Yeah, these clips are going in the garbage. In fact, I still have parts on here from when it was a 2.2. It's still got the 2.2 end stops. The finest coral plastic material. Okay, let's plug it in and see what we got. A standard, have you considered just changing to a standard frame? Why would I do that? This frame works just fine. It's just big. Printer work fine. Why take things that work fine and make it different? Okay, hopefully it powers up okay. It should power up okay. I don't see why it wouldn't power up okay. I'm really hoping those are wisps of filament and not spider webs. Hopefully it's wisps of filament and not spider webs. Do you have camp and exclude object on it? Oh, hell no. This thing was probably last firmware updated probably about 2 years ago. I don't even know when the last thing I printed on it was. Tune filament string. I'll honestly print all the, also the bottom plate on this is chloroplast too. Like this plate is chloroplast. So I might try and get a new bottom plate made up for this. What's this even look like underneath? What do we got underneath? What's besides all this filament falling? What's the bottom look like? Oh God, look at the spider webs. Can you see that? There are spider webs all in here. Like, the poor manta is covered in, or it's a kraken. This has a, oh, yeah, whenever we put the kraken in here. But yeah, it is all covered with spider webs under here. Well, this is that air. Okay. Did I turn the printer off? Screen turned off. Printer's on. Why did the screen turn off? Oh, screen's on. There we go. Okay. Move. Oh, the screen is being buggy. Move. Oh. Move. Okay, screen's being a bit of a faff. Home. Let's not. Let's control it via firmware or by because I think should home. It's really quiet. Where is Tallboy? You know what? It might be... Oh, no, it is set on this Wi-Fi. All right, come on. The last thing this printed was last year. I printed a dragon on it last year. It printed a bunch of Helldiver stuff. That was like the last thing I did on it. Machine. We are on... It's got Clipper 12. It's not that out of date. Did I mute? Oh, there we go. I mean, we do have a camera. It's a crappy camera, but we do have a camera. Let's print something on it. I don't know what's loaded in it, so we'll unload it. We'll load some filament and we'll print on it. Sound good? And then while it's doing that, I'm going to do some organization because this entire... I need to clean out this toolbox. That's what I need to do. Because we need to get parts printed for the stealth burner or the stealth changer. So the plan is, for those wondering, do I have an extrusion? I do have an extrusion. That's not an extrusion, but that'll work. The plan is, instead of mounting, so see how we have this and then we have this extra bit up top? The plan is just wherever I need to mount it, it'll be that. So wherever this ends up being, just so we can avoid the top hat, essentially. That's going to be the plan. So wherever it ends up being on the Z is where it'll end up being. And then we'll just, no top hat. So I'll lose Z. So if we end up with like 330 by 330 by like 300, I'm okay with that. Or even 250. What tool head am I using? Whatever one the stock is, essentially. I'm using the kit from LDO. So we're going to be using whatever the stock tool head is, essentially. Yeah. So simple as that. And then we don't have to worry about any of this because we have a CNC latch for a lot of this. So whatever tool head is stock with the kit. Oh, yeah. We need some filament to feed this. Let's feed it some orange filament that I have in a box. Why? Because I already have it in a box. Where did I put it? Where did I put the spool that oh, there it is. Behold, orange plow. Okay. While I get this machine fed, I need you to find me something to print that will take about an hour and a half to print on this. So find me something to print and we'll print it on here and link it in the Discord. Do this now. Do this now. You have been given a task. And I firmly believe that my audience has the skills to pay the bills and to complete this task in a perfectly cromulent fashion. 100-meter test cube. No. kit has 25, 10, and 4010 fans. Yeah. There we go. Turn that off. Why are there two cables coming off the tool head? There's only one. This is the umbilical cable, and this piece of PTFE there is to keep the umbilical cable from drooping. This PTFE is simply there to prevent the cable from drooping. It's just kind of there. This one is feeding it. Okay, so I'm gonna heat the bed up to make sure this don't warp, and I'm gonna wipe the bed down because it's probably a little dirty. Actually, it probably shouldn't be dirty because it's been enclosed. It's a screensaver. The display has a screensaver. Now here's the fun part. Do I have a profile for this machine? I did at one point in Orca, but that was a couple years ago. And that was an old computer out here. So we may have to quickly whip up a profile. Prepare. No, I'm not going to update to an alpha version. Okay, so I believe this has a 0.4 nozzle. Oh, no, VZBot 330, no. Okay, so we got Voron 2.4. Okay. So this one is machine, 330, 330, 350Z. Tallboy. MISC PLA, 45 millimeters cube. This has a, I think this just has a regular repeato, so we'll just drop that down. Strength, quality, standard Voron, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, let's find something to print. Let's find something to print. I finally got a chance to come today on stream today. Been busy. Been busy doing what? See, that's a multicolor print, though. What is this? Oh, it's a beer cozy. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm totally printing this. Download. Puter Canuck Dudon. Oui, oui. Downloads. Heck yeah. A little beer cozy. Okay. 3 walls, 4 top. We do 5 top, 4 bottom. 15% infill. And we'll do adaptive. I've been on the adaptive cubic train lately for infill. Don't think it's there we go. That's probably gonna need some support, ain't it? Paint on support, fill on overhangs only. You. Support, enable, tree manual, organic. I was a big Super Slicer fan, but then they kind of paused development for a while and I switched over to Orca. And I know Super Slicer is back in business, like, or at least last I heard they were working, but I've moved over to Orca. I'm very much I only move if I need to. if what I have is working, and because Orca stopped, or Super Slicer stopped getting updates, I started playing around with the Orca and I just kind of switched to it. It's kind of like how with Clipper, I was a big fan of Fluid and I used Fluid on all my machines. And then they just kind of stopped development for a while and I switched to Mainsail. But now Fluid's back. I'm on Mainsail. Mainsail hasn't been any issues, so I just stick with Mainsail. So I'm kind of like that. Basically how it works is if it's a Prusa, I use Prusa Slicer. If it's my Pantheon, I use Pantheon Slicer, which is based on Prusa Slicer. And then for pretty much every other machine, I use Orca. Unless there's like some specific reason I can't use Orca. I have no idea what my Z offset is like on this, by the way. So, we'll find out. You gonna finish transferring that file? Are you still alive? No, you're still alive. It's stuck at. What are you doing? Come on. Okay. I got an H2D, yes I know, and Bamboo seems a lot closer to Orca than Super Slicer. Oh, Bamboo, okay, so for those that don't know the hierarchy of slicers, let me pull out the sheet, because it's hilarious. I love going through the accreditation. Okay, so, okay. So Orca Slicer is licensed under the new version 3, based on Bamboo Studio. Bamboo Studio is licensed under new version 3. Bamboo Studio is based on Prusa Slicer. Prusa Slicer is based on, licensed under new version 3. It is based on Slick 3R by that guy. And then Slick 3R is licensed under new version 3 and by that guy. So, yeah. Bamboo Studio, okay. If you took Prusa Slicer, put a Fisher-Price My First 3D printer coat of paint on it, which make the user interface a lot more accessible to newbies, and then remove, and then slap training wheels on it and hide a bunch of features, you get Bamboo Studio. And then if you take Bamboo Studio, you take the training wheels back off, you take the stuff that Bamboo took out of Prusa Slicer, you put it back in, and then you put some other stuff back in, there you get, then you get Orca. So. I think this has a 0.4 nozzle in it. I actually have no idea what size nozzle this has. But yeah, it goes Slick 3R to Prusa Slicer to Bamboo Studio to Orca. And then I think there's something based on Orca now, but I can't remember. And then Super Slicer is forked from Prusa Slicer. So. Yeah, and then Snapmaker is taking Orca and making their own version off that. Instead of, you know, you guys know you can just like do a PR and push an update to like Orca to have your profiles as part of Orca. You don't need to come out with your own. It's like, remember how many different versions of Cura we have? And Cura is its own thing, by the way. For those wondering, Cura is its own thing. So it's kind of funny how like we all had everyone use Cura, and now everyone's copying Orca. So. Go buy some gamer subs. Use code Canuck. It's delicious. So for those wondering, this does have tap on it. For Bondtech Index, what nozzles do they use? They use their own. Go watch some of the videos on Index. I have I have like 2 on my channel, I think, about it. But TLDR, the entire nozzle, heater, heat break, like the whole assembly is proprietary for Index. Index is all proprietary. It uses a inductive heater to heat up each nozzle after it picks it up. So all the electronics stay in the tool head. Each tool is essentially just like a mount, like a plastic mount with some like pins and magnets and whatnot. The heat sink, the heat break, and the nozzle, and a bit of like feed-in tube. So all the electronics stay on the tool head, which makes it a system that is a lot more economical to scale, but it also means every tool head is going to have the same electronics. So you are going to be limited to whatever the max heating output is of that tool head itself, that carriage. So you will have higher flow with index, but you will not be doing, 100 millimeter cube F-off tube levels of flow. So that's why the original, for a while I was mulling putting index on the Venture XL, but then I kind of realized the Venture XL makes a lot more sense with like a super high flow hot end with a big fat nozzle on it that's able to push 3 kilograms of plastic a day. Yeah. Yeah, what is it at? It's probably being a little, I mean, to be fair, this machine hasn't printed it over a year. Oh, it's because it's trying to get to 0.015 or 0.01 millimeter, and it's at 0.015. Plus, it doesn't help I'm shaking the table while I'm doing this, leaning on it. Yeah. Because, of course, it wants 0.01 for bed accuracy. Most of my machines, I have like 0.1. There's some cobwebs in there gumming up the system. There we go. Oh no. We got 0.005 millimeter accuracy for our bed level. Why end stop still triggered after retract? What do you mean why end stop still triggered? Try again. Are you sensorless? I think this is sensorless. Is this sensorless? I think it's sensorless. I can't remember. ANET 8. I was thinking of updating one I have around here. L-Man 1969. So my advice when it comes to updating the ANET, take that printer, take it apart, save the rods, save the bearings, the rest, update its status to garbage, and go buy like a Bamboo A1 or a Centauri Carbon or something. An ANET A8 is not something I would actually use in today's day and age. It does not meet modern standards of 3D printing in any regard. It's 12 volts. It is not something I would trust running in my house. Okay, that broke. Yeah, this is not something I would run. I mean, look at it. Would you run this? I wouldn't run this. This is not something I would run. Now I gotta go take a look and see what fell and broke. Hopefully it's nothing expensive. What was that fell? Oh, a glass. That's great. And by glass, I mean a light bulb made of glass. Awesome. Well, at least all of it broke in one area. So we're kind of okay there. What are you? You gotta go downstairs. Make some room. Yeah, you are broken. My old studio light, the one that broke. So I broke a broken light. You went nuts, yet they still use a Prusa XL system. I thought the U1 is a slightly different system from the Prusa XL. U1. Or is it? I don't know why everyone calls everything new a game changer. I mean, nobody has these in their hands except for pre-production review units, so it's hard to judge something as a game changer. Does it use the Prusa locking system? No, it uses a, also, holy hell, companies, stop using the bamboo front face. Like, this stupid, every time I see a Core XY with two rods above each other and it has the same stupid front face, like, oh my god, they're all the same. I thought Ender clones were whatchamacallit, copy paste. I think this uses more of a locking mechanism, more like the E3D tool changer. Where's the actual mechanism? Because the Prusa one uses 2 pins. The Prusa one doesn't use a servo. Does this use a, I think this uses a servo, doesn't it? How does it? Turn off the stupid music. Yeah, Snapmaker's Chinese. Oh, hey, it's Voron. Or maybe it doesn't use a servo. I mean, yeah, it's going to be quicker than a system with a stealth changer or AMS type systems. All tool changers are going to be faster. And yes, it does use a lot less waste. I mean, this is all true stuff. This is all true stuff. 247 mentioned a Prusa like tool changer. Okay. So it probably does use a motion-based, whatchamacallit. Why end stop triggered after retract? Why are you doing this? What is going on? Machine. Sensorless. Is my sensorless being fucky? Why? Try again. I've seen one in person. It's similar to XL, just 1 slider pin instead of 2. Okay, so hopefully there's no camming action. So hopefully, if there's only 1, I'd be worried about a... Because 2, you have it locked in versus 1. So if you have 1 lock, there might be a pivot point. That's something you got to kind of worry about. H2S being shown. Well, I didn't get any. They don't email. They don't talk to me. They don't send me emails. But I did see their tweet about it. It's the thing that everyone wanted them to make from the beginning. Why not 3-point? Because you need to understand 3 costs more. You're trying to make a tool changer under $1,000. You're gonna have to penny pinch. Like, tool changers are not common because they are complicated and they're expensive. And they're expensive because if you don't do it right, okay, that let's not do that. Maybe we'll do -1. Try -1 because that totally did not like that. Tool changers are expensive because they need to be precise. You have a docking and undocking mechanism that needs to do it thousands of times repeatedly. And if you screw it up, either the print fails or you have misalignment. For reference, my Prusa XL, last I checked, has over 23,000 tool changes on it. It has messed up a tool change 0 times. Now, it has had failures, but those failures, and I can count them on one hand, are literally like the print warped and the tool head hit it, which caused a layer shift, which means when it went to dock, it missed the dock because it had shifted. The actual tool lock unlock mechanism has performed over 23,000 tool changes on my Prusa XL flawlessly. So that's the kind of like where these things see. And by the way, those 23,000, the vast majority of them are in the past 2 months, because I've been printing stuff for the Gundam, and it's printed 20 kilograms of filament in the past 60 days. And every one of those prints have had hundreds and thousands of tool changes each. So yeah. Like, it's printing right now, it's printing these giant pieces, and you can't see it on here because it doesn't show tool changes in here, but since June 25th is when I started printing parts, it has had 788 hours of uptime in the past 2 months, and it has printed just under 20 kilograms of filament. So you could tell when I ran out of filament and had to wait for more to come in. But you can't, it sucks you can't see all the statistics on here. You have to go to the screen to see it all. Why are you not homing? Why end stop still triggered after retract? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Maybe we're gonna swap some other stuff on this machine. Like, that's pretty solid. You should be registering that. Although it probably doesn't help, these belts are loose as shit. Let's try to tighten these belts up a bit. They are a little loosey goosey. Okay. Let's try this again. Print. Oh, retract to 0. Printer. Where is retract? Do I have retract? Oh. Does one slider lock pin in line with the lock, so no shift worries. Also same similar 3-point kinematic ball sound. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, I don't have one. I don't think they reached out to me. I don't think they did. I probably would have turned it down anyways because it's a Kickstarter. Okay, that's Z. So Z retract 0, 0. Okay. Save and restart. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Also, it's 4. As somebody who has systems that do 5 colors and 5 filaments, you would be surprised at how often 5 is way more usable than 4. I had 4 for years. I had the Bamboo X1 with the AMS. I had 1 AMS on it. And I was fine with 4 for years. And then I had systems with 5, the XL and the MMU3. And seriously, especially with like Q forges, 5 colors is so much more useful. And then my XL is set up for multi-material. So I have it where tool 1 on my XL is a hardened nozzle. I use that for filled filaments. Tool 2 and 3 are just normal filaments. Tool 4 is... It didn't like that. Tool 4, I have a loosey-goosey oversized Bowden tube, so it's for flexibles. And then, okay, let's try 0. Well, retract is 0. Retract distance is 0. Let's try -20. Let's try -20. A little bit more sensitive. Save and close. Dashboard. Oh. Oh no, we got. Oh. We got a pinch. Oh, we got a pinch. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot. These are the beta version of these, like, these. They're not good. I gotta fix them. That ain't right. Machine. Sensorless. Vector.cfg. Okay, let's try -2. -2. Yeah, they're the older version of the beefy idlers, and there's not enough clearance, so you can tighten them down too much. It'll actually catch the belt. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Machine, printer.cfg. Let's go back to these original values that I had. Restart. Yeah, I'm gonna swap them out. I'm gonna swap them out. They will be swapped out. We're gonna do a bit of rebuilding when we upgrade all of this to there we go. Okay, now we can print. Now we can print. They're all gonna be swapped out when we upgrade it all for the stealth changer, so it's all gonna be swapped out. Is the audio out of sync? It's okay on my end. It is okay on my end. Hit refresh. Hit refresh. Oh, you know what it is? You have to scroll down and you have to like the smash button and be subscribed to the channel. That's why. And if that doesn't work, consider becoming a channel member. That might fix it too. Dude, I got a shower today. Where is it? I think it's on this side. There's like a patch of gray hairs coming in my beard. Is it on this side? I can't see. One of these sides. It's one of, I think it's this side. So I can't see it looking at the camera because I have to look over there, but it's like, it's like I'm getting gray hairs on my beard. Yeah. Getting old, man. Getting old. It makes me look like I know what I'm talking about, right? It's got that... Did I miss it? Did I kind of... I gotta clean up that chunk. Yeah. There's a patch of not gray. I mean, it's one or the other, right? Do you want gray beard or not gray beard? I mean, I'll take the gray beard. I don't mind. I'm married. I have a kid. I got a mortgage. I'm good. I'm not worried about the hair loss. I just, you know, wear the hat. Gray chest hair. Yeah, that might have already started, but you're not gonna see that. Unless we do a pool stream. Who wants to do a pool party stream? Nobody's confused me for Steve yet. Somebody has assumed I was Steve's kid at one point, but nobody has mixed me up with Steve. People have mixed me up with Modbot and Zombie Hedgehog as well. I have been mistaken for both of them at times. And I'm like, I wear a flannel shirt at every event I go to. That's how you know it's me. I wear the flannel shirt. Okay, let's start cleaning. Hopefully the print will start. And so the plan is today, because today was just kind of hangout, we went through the kit. We're gonna start printing parts for Stealth Changer, so we'll probably start that tomorrow. I'll get both Vorons doing that along with the Core ones, and we'll just try and knock them out really quick. Because right now, they're officially done with Gundam printing part duties. Because the only parts I have left for the Gundam are so big they only fit on the XL, or they're parts that require a lot of support, so I'm printing them on the XL anyways. You thought this was an MK BHD stream, so I should race my car through a kid zone by a school and then tell you to buy an expensive phone? I can't. I got nothing against Marquez Brownlee. I do not find his content entertaining at all. I can't watch his videos. There's like that whole subset of YouTubers where they just kind of like review phones and what. Phone reviewers, I can't. They nothing. I don't get anything out of it. Everything reads like an ad to me. Like nothing against them. It's just, I cannot watch their content. It does absolutely nothing for me. What tool head are we using? So I have the LDO kit, and I'll be using whatever that kit recommends, essentially. Phone review is all about, yeah, like, I mean, I upgrade my phone every 3 to 4 years. And I get, whenever it comes to that 3 to 4 year point, I get usually whatever the best phone of the previous year was. Or like the Premier, but the last. So like, I had a Pixel 6, and then I just upgraded at the beginning of this year to a Pixel 9a. And guess what? I'm gonna have this phone until probably Pixel 13, 14 maybe. I think Pixel 10 just came out. I have no care. I got like no care. This is a mess. I gotta clean that up. These are a bunch of that. You are screws. You are screws. Ooh. Dremel. Everyone loves a Dremel. You better home properly now. Yay! Okay. Ooh. So I'm trying to reorganize this bench because I have like, this top drawer at one point was organized, and then it became the drawer where stuff just got thrown in. Like, ooh, a C14 cable. Does anyone need a C14 cable? I don't. Okay. So it doesn't help filaments not coming out. Okay, now filament's coming out. There we go. Soldering iron, okay. Okay, that's support. I don't care about that. Fast first layer. Is it fast? Paint. Yeah, put you over here because I gotta bring you inside. At one point, these were organized. At one point, these were organized. More tape. Screws. Snips. I'm planning on putting a new battery in my own Pixel 7 instead of upgrading. Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, for me, phones, like, I use the camera on the phone, obviously, as, you know, a camera. But, like, beyond that, I really don't care about, like, I don't play games on my phone. So what do I need my phone to do? Occasionally take pictures and video, Discord, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media sites, which you don't need a good phone for any of that. So pick in stream chat. Pick of what in stream chat? Ooh, oh, is that the mega one? Nice. That looks a lot like the one I'm building in terms of like proportions. Obviously mine has some artistic liberty, so it's not like a one-to-one Gundam, but ooh. Okay, this first layer is a little too close to the bed. Maybe it does have a bigger nozzle. There we go. Okay. Yeah, those first layers are a little on the close side to the bed. Mega, very simple. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, mine is like 378 parts, which is hilarious. Like, again, yours is what, 1/48 scale? So just to put in perspective, yeah, I think this is 1/48 scale. I think. So for reference, 1/144 scale. This one is 1/48 scale. So this is 375 millimeters tall. This is 1/10 scale. And if you're curious, the upper body is, well, actually, to be fair, this is the waist. So you got the hips there. But the upper body is however tall a Husky workbench is, toolbox. So, I don't know, about 1 meter tall. And then the leg is taller than the Gundam body. So imagine all of this standing on this, and this is taller than this by about 4 or 5 inches. So about there. And the best part is of all this, if I can get my thumb in there, haha, it lights up. And it's rechargeable, because I gutted a rechargeable LiPo battery for this. So it's got an 18650 in there. Okay, what do we got? Screws. I need to actually start using this workbench more for store stuff. Okay, so this I don't need anymore. This is my old. You know what? I'm just gonna start putting stuff over here, because this printer is going to be on the bench tomorrow, or at least. Is how much money worth of filament did it make the whole thing? Are you ready? It's going to blow your mind. You want to know how much money I've spent on this Gundam build so far? I have spent a grand total of whatever the power costs. And that black pipe. And the LEDs. You want to know my secret? Prusa's sponsoring it. It's all Prusament. It's all sponsored Prusament for the build. So that build, you will actually, if you go to 3D Printtopia, it'll be at the Prusa booth. So it's a sponsored build. Or, not monetarily sponsored, but they sponsored the filament for the build. So it's sponsored in material. And if you're wondering how much, the printers, the 4 printers that I'm using to print all the parts for it, an XL, a Mark IV S, and 2 Core 1s, combined have printed so far in the past 60 days, 46 kilograms of filament. Now, to be fair, not all of that was for the Gundam. There was some other stuff I printed here and there, maybe like a kilogram of other stuff. There are a couple prints that did fail from either like warping or just like I didn't slice it right. One print I forgot to turn on supports for a critical part, and basically I had to throw it out because it wasn't usable. And then there's always support as well. And this bin is filled with all the support. Or probably about 90% of it, because I've actually thrown out some of the support. So, yeah. Polymaker sponsored by the material print dummy 13 at 1300% scale. It'll be bringing to... How tall will it be, bearded printer? Can we like have them fight? Because you by the way, make sure you have your 24-inch Mitutoyo scale. It comes in handy surprisingly often. Same with your crowbar. Why the fuck do I have a crowbar in here? Why do I have a crowbar in here? Heat shrink. Garbage. Garbage. Why do I have a crowbar? I mean, nothing wrong against having a crowbar. It's surprisingly useful to have a crowbar. Just why? Zip ties. Half-life. It's not orange though. I gotta paint it red. That one's still good. Be about 5'8" tall, probably smaller than your Gundam. Yeah, the Gundam might have a couple inches on it. The Gundam probably has it beat in weight. The Gundam itself is probably going to be anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds, more if you count the base. 3D printing adhesive from FlashForge. Keep that. What are you? You are a bunch of little stuff from Oak. Well, you're a USB adapter, so I'm going to keep you. The rest of this is garbage. Zip ties. Dummy 13. Oh, yeah, yeah. The Gundam's going to beat it in bulk, that's for sure. I mean, it's not a contest. They're completely different types of things. Like, they should weigh different amount. The Gundam is, you know, it's a Gundam. It's a Gundam. Ooh, VHB tape. Heck yeah. What do we got here? Maker spot. Oh, a bunch of FPC or ribbon cable stuff. Need that. So what I got to do though, for those that have watched Gundam G-Quux, I got to get a G-Quux kit. I got to build a G-Quux, and then I can reenact the final fight of Gundam G-Quux. If you've seen it, it'll make sense. If you haven't seen Gundam G-Quux, essentially you spilt some Evangelion in my Gundam. Oh, this is a TD1 kit. Forgot I had two of those. The cycling display, it's a screensaver. By the way, this stuff, this is my cheat. If you need to glue two big parts together 3D printing wise and you want extra reinforcement, this is fiberglass mesh. It's used for drywall patching and whatnot and like seams. So this is fiberglass mesh. You could buy it for drywall. It's a lot cheaper than fiberglass meshing that you use for like actually like fiberglassing a car. So this is really cheap. It's like $6 for this whole roll. And then you just use like cheap epoxy, and this makes like your like ghetto fiberglassing essentially, like super budget fiberglassing. It works. I used it for the power armor stuff, which, by the way, once we finish the big Gundam, we're going back to the power armor because the Fallout Season 2 trailer came out and they have T-45 power armor in it now. So now I really want to finish that power armor. So we got to go back and after we finish the big Gundam, look how big that is. We're going to go back and finish the power armor. So. cream hardener. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Ooh, a pin. So I think, oh God. Do I trust the CMT soldering paste? Advanced quality. What do you think? Should we trust that? Should we trust that? Is this super solder wire, 2% flux? Are you leaded? I mean, I've got this whole giant spool of MG Chemicals stuff that I trust more. Blue. Garbage. Garbage. Spatula! Might as well use cement mix. I don't know where the rest of these went. There. We might end up doing this again tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow's stream is probably gonna be more prep and organizing, but we'll do printing on the core ones. We'll start printing parts for the stuff. So what is the official like stock stealth changer parts I should be printing? Because I know there's a bunch of different tool heads available, but essentially I just want to use whatever works with the kit. Whatever, like on paper, this is, if you bought the kit, this is what you should be using. That's the one. You got no need to apologize, Stuart. By the way, I've got like a giant bag of exploded, I need a cup. I mean, this is a cup, but it's dirty. It'll work. I need to get paper towels out here. I used to store all my paper towels in the garage, but we redid a bunch of we reorganized a bunch of the stuff inside the house, so now we have like a shelf downstairs that we store it all on. So it's like all the stuff that I used to have out here that I liked, that it was easy to get at out here, is now inside. Anthead looks better, but Yavoth is easier to build. Both use 2510 hot end cooling. Both have magnetic docking for extra reliability. Yavoth? Are these like Eldritch gods? Are we naming our tool heads off Eldritch gods now? Yavoth, Nin, Confla, Cthulhu. How many glue sticks do I have? Why do I have so many glue sticks? Why do I have so many glue sticks? I mean, it's all contaminated with stuff too, so that's... Go Anthead? Okay, we'll do Anthead. We'll do Anthead. Yavoth stands for yet another Voron Zero toolhead. Well, it's not a Voron Zero. Yeah, we'll go with the Anthead then. Anthead sound good? I mean, I'll do a poll at the beginning of stream tomorrow. I'll look up a few different ones, and whatever one wins the poll, we'll use. Oh, great. In the bin, whatever. If only I had Ziploc baggies. A4T has the best service. My little wider, you won't be able to max out tool count. I have 330. I have 330 millimeters to work with. So I actually have more room than a standard 350 or 300. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna use everyone's favorite invention. A vacuum. So if I'm smart, this printer is on a different circuit. Yeah, we're good. This is a different circuit. Aha. Loud noises. You want to know how good that vacuum is? It sucked up an accelerometer. Noise canceling works well. That's why I use it. I mean, I've had the air conditioner running the entire stream, and nobody's mentioned it. Anthead is best looking. Which one's the AT4? Let's take a look at the AT4. Give me 1 second here to wipe this down. And then, by the way, this is a complete mess because what ended up happening was this fell over. Oop. Bit of a bump. This fell over and all like the soldering, like little bits of solder fell out and got all in here like a couple weeks ago. So this, I've needed to clean this out for a bit. Because, you know, having lead particulate everywhere is probably not the greatest idea. Let me go grab some more paper towels. I'm gonna need a lot of paper towels. And I gotta check on the print down here. How's this print coming along? Please tell me you're not failing. You're doing good? You are doing so good, print. I'm happy for you. So happy for that print. Okay, paper towels. There we go. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper. You know what we'll do here? Spam. What are some names of tool heads? I'll do a little poll in chat here. I'll start a poll up. Start a poll. Which stealth changer tool head is best stealth changer tool head? So there's Dragon Burner, A4T. Ant Head. Oop, and then what's the other one? Vezoth, Yavoth. There we go. We got a poll going now. I said, yeah, what is best stealth changer tool head? Which stealth changer tool head is best stealth changer tool head? That's exactly what I said. Go. Go, go, gadget. Stuff falling in the bin. What was that? Hopefully whatever fell in the bin was bin worthy. There. Don't want to lose that. Okay. So now this is clean. So now I can put stuff back in here. Most people, right now, it looks like Anthead and Dragon Burner are kind of in the lead, trading blows. As you do not need to build the tool in the build, makes an insane difference. We'll probably end up going with Anthead then. If Anthead is the one that seems to make the most sense, we'll probably end up going with Anthead then. Okay. I gotta reprint this. This thing is falling apart so badly. I printed this years ago. And it's like super like falling apart. I mean, it's nice. It's basically just a, it splits, like I even used the wrong pins. Like I have the wrong, this should be the negative. But I'd have to like redo it all. So maybe one day we'll do that. Redo all that. Make it look proper. So soldering stuff over here. So soldering, electrical, put the solder paste there. This is a spare one. Don't need you anymore. You go there. Tape will go somewhere else. Same with screws. I don't need screws in here. What is this? What is this? This is... Oh, this is a power supply. Yeah, keep that. I've finished insulating the ceiling. Not yet. I got to do that. It's on my to-do list. The problem is, to do the ceiling, I have to get blown in done. I could go up there with bat insulation. It would be a nightmare because of all the joists and whatnot crawling around up there. So I'd rather just pay a guy to come up there and blast it with the blown in. The problem with that is there's no real... I don't really have that option, unfortunately, because every time I try to get somebody to come by and do it, they don't, because my attic is not big enough for it to be worth their time to come out and do it. And for those that are like, oh, just rent the machine, I'm like, I don't have a vehicle that it'll fit in. It's a pretty big machine for the blown-in insulation, unfortunately. And yeah. So we're kind of like at a weird impasse when it comes to that. Where I can't get somebody to come out and do it because they don't want to, it's not worth it. But it's too much of a hassle to try and do it myself. So I'm like, eh. Okay. So we'll do barrels and wagos. Lego my wago. Wagos. Barrels. What other tools should I put in here that makes sense? Snips. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to organize this in more of a usable way. Hammer. No. This soldering iron, I will put a heat set tool on. I know I have a heat set tool somewhere. I know I have a heat set tool somewhere. I don't know where I put my heat set tools. Heat set tools, there we go. Go rent a van. I know. The thing is, too, I'd have to move a bunch of stuff because the problem is that machine I can't get over here because there's no room to get the rental unit machine from that side of the garage to this side of the garage. It kind of sucks. I have like, I built everything in this garage to work a certain way with the stuff I had at the time. And it's not bad. It's just kind of now I've kind of hit the limit of what I can do with that setup. And the setup is limiting me for future options, which is kind of annoying. All right, so we need to consolidate these boxes. So this one I can get rid of. These ones I don't use. Those I get rid of. DuPonts, I probably should have DuPonts. It's always good to have DuPonts. As much as I hate DuPonts, they are pretty universal, so it's nice to have a bunch of them ready to go. DuPont. Your Molex KK. You are, I don't know what you are. JST. You are all the wrong side of JSTs. You know what you are? You're garbage. These ones go downstairs. You're garbage. They're missing. These are JST bins that all I have left are like the 8-pin JSTs and then all the males. So it's like garbage. What am I going to do with them? Okay. So now, this wonderful DeWalt drill index that I don't have any drill bits in because I've lost them all. I need to go buy a proper drill index one of these days. Like, I need to go out and buy a proper drill index. This one is missing like half of everything. Yeah, you're just gonna go downstairs. I'll just put you in the bin of stuff downstairs I don't care about anymore. Sanding pad. Why is sanding pad? Sanding pad go in there. Hammer. Okay, tapes and glues, tapes and glues, tapes and glues. This will go downstairs. How's the print coming along? I haven't even been looking at it. The print is going printingly. It's actually printing really nice. This can go downstairs. How am I going to try and fix these? These are a mess. I don't think, you know what? I have the LTTstore.com one. You go downstairs. I've got LTTstore.com screwdriver set. Dremel can live in here. Dremel can live in here. That makes sense. Dremel can live in here. Tape. This is tape I need for the Gundam, so Gundam tape, come with me, because you are Gundam tape. Make sure you nudge your print list to the printed part to the, wait, make sure you add nudge to your print list for the printed parts for this. What is nudge? What is nudge? Make sure I add nudge. Nudge. And yes, I'm an LTT shill. They make good stuff and they're fellow Canadian content creators. So I support them. Plus, they were nice enough to invite me to go on a tour of their location. So I can't really fault them for that. Fun fact, these are the super expensive Delta blower fans, Mechatronic blower fans that this guy uses. And both of them I have removed from the printer because they've both failed on the Pantheon, which is kind of annoying, but they have a crazy amount of hours on them. And unfortunately, they were set up to print Anyone want a PPS CF10 knife? They were set up to turn on when the tool head was above a certain temperature. And this summer, with how hot it was out here before I got the AC, they were just on all the time and the fans just started wobbling, causing vibration errors, which actually caused it to fail homing. Because it was that much vibration. It was actually setting off the sensorless. Okay. Use a camera for... Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to set up all the alignment stuff on this. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so that one's that. Now this drawer is a nightmare. This is the drawer of, like, everything that's a mess with this setup. Like solder garbage. Are these even sharp? No. Okay, I'm finally gonna get rid of these. I don't know why I have Magpul backup iron sights in here. I think I had them on, well, they were on my AR at some point, but I think I had them on a Nerf gun. I'm gonna bring these inside finally. R2 PDX is a really good macros for getting and setting up the offsets automatically. I mean, there's a million ways to set up macro or offsets. You could do print calibrations. There's a whole bunch. Comes with the sex ball for nozzle alignment, akin to the old school end stop, so it should be pretty. Yeah, I mean, like the auto calibration setup that the whatchamacallit, the ProForge used, that worked just fine. That one worked just fine. So I could always just use that. Where are you? 24 volt LED. Eh. Ooh, tap handle. Tap, tap, tap. I have so many random screwdrivers that came with kits. Oh, here's my electric screwdriver. Is it charged? No, it is not charged. Which one of my V2s? This is Tallboy. Uh-oh. This might actually be dead. I've got nothing on the light. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is, here. We'll do that so you guys can watch that. While I yap and move stuff around. Oh, hey, a black Sharpie. I was wondering where it went. I'm just going to start throwing out these Prusa kit screwdriver sets. I've got so many of them. Ooh. Shim gauge. It's useful to have. Ooh, okay. Remember when I couldn't find any square T-nuts? Of course, now I found a whole flipping bag of them. That was really annoying during that Prusa build. Where'd all my T-nuts go? I don't know. Oh, here they are. What are you? What are you? What are you? Are you important? Oh, you're a ADXL. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you. You're important. Oh my God, magnets. Drill bit, drill bit, drill bit, drill bit. Socket. Go in there. There. Come up here. Come up here. Oh my God, there's so much random stuff in here. Chamfer bit. You never have enough chamfer bits. Did I find the nozzles? Roger that. Found all the nozzles. I also found all of my magnets. And silver. By the way, be careful with magnets. Never let them slap together, because then you'll never get them apart, or they'll explode on you, just like these ones did. And now I can't get them off the stupid... Oh, there we go. Aha! Get rid of the broken magnet. What are you? What are you? Keychron. My keyboard wireless? Apparently my keyboard's wireless. Lib 50 pence. Why do I have 50 pence? I have a British 50 pence coin. Okay. Okay. I wonder when the LDO Stealth Changer Top Hat kit will ship. Cardboard box hat is it? I mean, I got mine. Mine came with the kit. Why are they missing? Like, did they not ship with the original kits or something? Keychron can blow through Wi-Fi and wireless. Oh yeah, mine probably can't. I have mine plugged in. I don't like wireless for keyboards and mice. Like, I don't like wireless mice. I know it's probably kind of weird. But, yeah, mine is not wireless. I don't like wireless mice. I don't want to be dealing with the mice dying on me. Okay, so that is one big empty drawer. So now I can put tools in it. Because I really need to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff that I don't use anymore. I'll be honest. Crimpers on this side, strippers on that side. Because there's still like drawers in this toolbox that are full of stuff from my mold making days. Because I'll be honest, guys, you guys have watched me stream for how long? When was the last time you saw me use my NSK Impulse die grinder? Right? Like, when was the last time you saw me bust out the Impulse NSP 601 made in Japan grinder? You know, pencil grinder for when I had to, like, you know, you've never seen me use it. So why do I have it in here? Same with, like, my freaking Polish flapper. Why do I have that? Like, I have so much stuff in here that I just don't use ever for this. I need to put it in a toolbox full of stuff that maybe one day I'll touch again. I gotta make a measuring drawer too, full of measuring equipment. I wonder how many sets of needle nose pliers I have. That's gonna be fun. Okay, snips, snips. It's important. And I need to print some, I need some like little bins for all my screwdrivers. Tweezers, all my tweezers. Ooh, brand new set of tweezers. Second rolling. I have 3 toolboxes within 5 feet of me. I got this toolbox. I have a toolbox under the bench right here. And I have the red toolbox back there that you can just sort of see. I have 3 toolboxes within arm's reach. There's no reason I should have it this messy. Other than the fact that I'm just a mess when it comes to this stuff. Like, I'm just gonna start throwing stuff out. Like, stuff that I know I'm never gonna use. It's like, why am I hanging on to it? Well, you're hanging on to it. It's like, I know why I'm hanging on to it, but why am I hanging on to it? Let's just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Like, so much stuff that it's like, I have like 20 of these. These little stamped Allen key wrench things for nozzle. Like, I have 20 of them. Get rid of them all. Don't need them. And I just drop zip ties everywhere. These need their own drawer. Tools to a trade show and give away. I mean, they're mostly garbage, let's be honest. Or it's like they're not worth the weight and their weight alone wouldn't make sense to drive them. Like, this one I'm going to keep because that has Allen key stuff. Okay, that's that. Your garbage. You guys enjoying the stream today? The Taylor yells at stuff and organizes and puts stuff away stream. So much fun. Spatula. Have you started printing anything for this stuff? No, we're gonna start tomorrow. Today is like, I gotta organize stuff and make room, so I have room to do the stealth changer. This is gonna be the drawer full of, okay, so this, all gotta come out. This is gonna be the drawer for measuring stuff. I'm gonna put all my measuring equipment in one drawer. Because, you know, how often am I gonna need my 3/4 inch double-sided end mill, right? How often am I gonna need this? Or like, you know, just in case I need my 1¼ inch tap. Like, ooh, my Starrett ball contacts. Yeah, a lot of this can go bye-bye. A lot of this can go bye-bye. This all needs to go in that toolbox. The long-term storage box. Oh, you know, carbide for like carbide cutters or hardened steel. Yeah. Okay. By the way, carbide is heavy as shit, for those that don't know. These little boxes of carbide end mills that I have weigh like 10 pounds each. Carbide is heavy. I think this is gone. Yeah, this is gone. You're gone. Okay, wipe this one off. What do we do for a politics rant? Some people get really angry when I go down that rabbit hole. I already made an Epstein joke or an Epstein list joke earlier in the stream. I think that counts. How's this? This print's coming up. I forgot how good this printer prints. And because it's got the Kraken, and which is like massively overbuilt for a printer this size, it just runs so smooth and clean. Like, I forgot how much I like this printer. I might actually enclose it back up and use it to print parts for the, Actually, no, I can't do that because I threw out the clips. The Milo, I don't think the Milo will take 1 1/4" end mill. I don't think it will. We could try, but I don't think it will. Okay. Do I have any more of this foam to put in here? No. Okay, maybe I'm gonna reuse you. Yeah, we're gonna reuse you. Oh no, you're all sticky. Ah, you're covered in chips. Yeah, back in the bin. Back in the bin. You're covered in chips. Yucky. Where's the vacuum? Where is the vacuum? Okay. So this is going to be for tools like this stuff. So measuring stuff in end mills, or measuring stuff, tape measures, that stuff's going in here, along with Allen keys. I need more bins. That's what I need. And I'm gonna have 20 different people that'll be like, "Oh, you should print whatchamacallit? What's the Zach Friedman thingy?" Or Cubefinity, Quasifinity, Gridfinity. Yeah, I got a laser. And it took a lot less time and a lot less material just to laser something. Behold. There's a website you can go to that will spit out the files you need to make laser cut boxes. And you just tell it how many grids you want, and it just spits it out. And then you don't got to worry about any of this and it's a lot more economical than 3D printing them. Although I'm going to have to glue these together, I think, because these are kind of all over the place. I printed this like months ago and I haven't used it yet. There we go. Now, I'm just gonna glue these in place first, and then we'll deal with it after. All right, I need some glue. What do I got for glue? Do I have glue? I got E6000. I got E6000, that'll work, right? E6000 will work. There we go. Probably doesn't help, it's all warped to shit. It is so funny once you get into like craft making and whatnot, and you realize how easy some of this stuff is to make. And then you go to these like little art shows and whatnot, and you see this stuff everywhere, and you're like, this took you 2 minutes to make, and you're selling it for 80 bucks. And I'm like, nothing against it. Get that bag, fam, get that bag, but wow, these really don't want to line up. Do what I need, do what I need. I need something more robust. I need the clamp. There we go. Let that dry for a bit. Mastering, that's probably a poor return. Oh yeah. Parts cost $2. Knowing how to install a part costs $98. Yeah, it's true. What motor drivers on the 2.4 Kraken? Whatever is built into the Kraken. Whatever is built into the Kraken. 5160s, I think, or bigger. There's a 3D, dude, I see those 3D printed booths at farmers markets all the time now. And it's getting a little sad because you see them everywhere. And I'm like, you guys can't be making that much money on this stuff, because you go there at the beginning of the day and you go there at the end of the day and they've maybe moved like 20% of whatever you saw. And then you keep going back and you see the same prints and you're like, this is the exact same print. So only some stuff sells. And it's like, you're probably only selling a couple. Cause it's like, it's one of those, I like to call it the Wii effect. Wow, this camera's horrible for this. And it's, I call it the Wii effect because I'm referring to the Nintendo Wii, where it's like the novelty of the new purchase wears off very quickly. And then it just starts collecting dust. Can I borrow? I don't have a West 3D discount code. Rainbow Six. Yeah, I mean, there's you can buy like Flexi Dragons and Dragon Egg 3D prints. There's a couple stores that sell them near me, like as seen on TV and whatnot. It's like stores are selling these now. And I'm like, if stores are selling them and it's made in China, shipped across the Atlantic or the Pacific, and now it's here and they're selling it and they're making money on it, the markup has got to be like they got to be making it for nothing. It's got to cost them like nothing to be making this stuff. A few successful people, they have no competition. Yeah, like I looked into it. Like at one point I was doing Voron printed Ford and I was like, I should do print farm stuff here. And I looked into it. And the thing is, in Canada, shipping kills any benefit. To ship a box, a filament box, right? Your standard, your ISO standard filament box. To ship this is anywhere $15 to $20 in Canada. Just to ship this, as long as it's underweight. So one box like this, filled with Voron parts. When I was doing printed Ford, this was in 2018, 2019, shipping a box this big full of all the parts for a Voron to Vancouver would cost me $20 to $25. Ontario was about $10 to $15, usually 15 plus though. So what are you making? Like Flexi Dragons and stuff like that? Nobody's spending an extra $20 in shipping on a Flexi Dragon. I know shipping is cheaper in the States and like it makes a bit more sense down there, but up here you pretty much have to sell locally or be printing big ticket stuff that the ROI kind of makes sense. So Apollo, if you ship them just like through the post, right? USPS and then Canada Post, it shouldn't cost you that much to ship it. It's just going to take like 2 to 3 weeks, unfortunately. What are we at anyway? Oh, we got 10 minutes left in the stream. We got 10 minutes left in the stream. So if you have not entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, we are going to be doing the giveaway at the end of stream. So go scroll down, enter for your chance to win. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. There will be a video this weekend about the Gundam, an update video on that. And then if you want to see that video early, so hopefully tomorrow night, I should have it edited by then, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That's the best way to support this channel, the content I create, and the things I do, is to be a channel member or Patreon supporter. You get videos early, you get access to special channels in the Discord, you get to hang out when we do our monthly members-only live streams, that kind of fun stuff. And it is fun, so you do want to join in for that. So I'm gonna have to like get some super glue and like really glue this stuff down, I think. Because like nothing wants to line up. No, I'm getting glue on my shirt. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. So I need to get some like super glue to glue all this together. Do I have super glue out here? I don't think I do. Shoot. What do I have for glues? We got the E6000, but that's not really like a glue. We got JV Weld, Ultra Bond General Purpose Adhesive. I'm gonna have to run inside and grab some super glue, aren't I? 2-part epoxy. Wood filler? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get super glue. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get. Oh, wait. Even better. Even better. Hee hee. Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. Oh, this is. Oh, wait, this stuff expands. I don't want to use this stuff. Yeah, Gorilla Glue, it like expands. Hot glue gun glue? I mean, I can use hot glue gun glue, but hot glue gun glue doesn't really glue. I need something that'll like hold it together. Like super glue or like, oh. You are probably hard as a rock, considering there is no lid on this. This is wood glue. This is exactly, well, tacky glue. Let's see what I need. Well, I'll be honest, I probably don't need all of these boxes. But they'll be super handy for something. Like Allen keys or something. There we go. There we go. Now we let that dry. Break out the welder. Welding doesn't work on wood. For those wondering, you can't weld wood. I tried once. It didn't work. So I'm assuming this is like grease. or something. Assuming that's grease. For single use. Okay. I'm assuming that's grease, so we'll leave that there. Oh, that attitude. Okay, remember we got 1 minute till we do the giveaway, so we're gonna do the giveaway here in a second. This is the next drawer I gotta go through, so that's tomorrow's project. I want to have this toolbox just for 3D printing stuff. I got to go through and get rid of like all this shit. All this is going to go in here. All these Allen keys and screws and whatnot. It's all going to go in here. Make it work. I'll just cut out some dividers or whatever. Okay. Giveaway. Do I bother with filtration on my ABS machines? Nope. Normally, pretty much every printer that I print ABS on is an enclosed machine. I wait until it finishes printing. I let the temperature inside the chamber drop to room temperature. That leaves most of the particulates and everything to settle on the walls of the printer, and then I open it up. Also, all my enclosed printers that I use for printing that bad stuff are in my garage out here. The only printers in my house print PLA and PETG. So... So I don't do active filtration on anything. I don't have the setup for it. I don't want to bother with the setup for it. I honestly, yeah. I should be taking better care of things, but yeah. I mean, my air conditioner vents outside. My air conditioner vents outside. So I actually do have an exhaust outside. Also, this was today's little fun project. Here, let me show you this. So the little guy in his playroom downstairs, we have a table for him. And we got this table years ago. We got it, it was like it came with a train set or something. So it was, you know, for a toddler. And so we built this little table for him. And the problem is he's no longer a toddler. Well, this table is only like 1.5 feet off the floor. So he was using it for his Lego. And unfortunately, it's like way too low to the ground, so he can't like stand at it. So I built these stupid little legs here, 3D printed them, and bolted them on. And if you're wondering how strong they are, these are the legs, because one of them failed. So I had to print an extra. And by failed, I mean it fell over. So I printed these on the Venture XL, 2 kilograms of filament total. So each one of these legs is like 500 grams. It took 14 hours to print them. So I just started the print last night, finished this morning. And yeah, this is like the inside. And if you're wondering how strong they are, like I don't have anything to whack this off of, but here, somebody's like, what about shear forces? Aren't you worried about it shearing? Like, because it's 3D printed, right? So it's printed like this. And like, what if it gets pushed over? Well, how good is layer adhesion with PETG? I'm standing on it. I'm bouncing on it. And it's not failing. And that's with 1, 2, 3 blocks like this. And I'm standing in the middle. And it didn't crack. So I'm assuming 4 of these will hold up a freaking kiddie table. And so far, it seems to be working pretty good. So now he can stand out there and play Legos. I was going to try and build something out of wood. And then I'm like, this is going to cost me like $50, $60 in random wood at Home Depot. Unless I want to use like shitty 2x4s or something. And I'm like, I could just 3D print this. And then I just put some little felt pads under it so it doesn't scuff up the floor. And good enough. 2 bolts through it. Just to lock it in place. Okay. Let's do a giveaway. Great. And then I got to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. Well, I got a feeling little guys want pizza. Oh, I want pizza. Damn it. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What is this? So let's see here. Copy the names. Oh, I got to check the poll. I got to check the poll to see what we're doing. A, delete, Control V. File save. The poll is at, looks like Dragon Burner's in the lead. So it looks like we might be doing a Dragon Burner. Either Dragon Burner or Ant Head. Ooh, there's a new season. Wow. Clear, open, names, 233, random, bots, 233. Play. Do one of each? I mean, technically we could. I mean, I've got 2 tool heads that will be Galileo 2s. The other ones are going to be orbiters, so it's not like they're all going to be the same. Okay. How this works is if you win, you get a free spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you win, you are the luckiest ball in the world. You also get a free hat. This one right here. Who is this person? The Ghost. If you win, you get a free hat. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes every other ball go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it will actually grease your ball up and make it go even faster. So... And if you're subscribed to the channel, or correction, if you're a channel member, it gives you an afterburner. It gives your ball an afterburner. It doesn't make it go any faster. It just makes it spin faster. Dan Dangle's got the right idea. Today's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. Tomorrow on stream, I don't know what we're doing on stream, but tomorrow will be the 5th stream in a row this week. Today is the 4th stream in a row. And I might, why not, depending on what things are, I might do a Twitch stream on Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. Oh, well, good luck, Jose. Everyone's getting thwacked. Oh, now you... Oh, you're floating. Oop. Womp womp. Anthony Cipriano. I'm walking here. Oh, Spice King. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, Spice King. Oh! TT! Where's TT at? Where is TT at? Did you bounce in and bounce out? They might have bounced out. Rule of thumb we've established in this in the past. We go whatever the leaderboard says. So if somebody bounces in, wins, and then they bounce out and die, we go off the leaderboard. We've established this in the past. I don't know what stream. I do 3 of these a week, and there's hundreds of these, but we established that we go off the leaderboard. So TT83, the overpriced calculator that somehow we're still paying a couple $100 for, has won. Congratulations, TT. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. If I can find your name on here. TT83, there you are. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Golf claps in chat. Everyone, golf claps in chat. Actually, I have no idea how much a TI-83 is. It's TI-83, right? Not TT-83. Then what does TT stand for? Because going off your email... Oh, that's the year you're born. That makes sense. That makes sense. I am tired. Why am I tired? Oh, that's right. I didn't sleep last night. Like, why am I tired? I didn't sleep last night. That's why. Okay, so we are going to call it there. Tomorrow's stream is going to be a bit of a grab bag as well. We're going to start printing parts for the stealth changer system. So we're going to start doing that. We'll get those printers going. I got to figure out what filament I'm using for that because we're going to be using it on this printer. So I'm going to probably go with a red, but we'll see. I'm going to have to reprint these front idlers as well. So we're going to do that. So this is the printer we're going to be doing it on. And then once we get everything printed, we're just going to go right into the build. It'll be one of the days this week will be Stealth Changer build day. And then we also have the Jabberwocky we got to do, so we got to print parts for that as well. That will probably be a smaller stream at some point as well. And then this weekend, hopefully the video for the Gundam will be live. I have to figure out where I can set up the Gundam and actually talk with it. That is the problem. Right now it's on the floor because it's like 50 pounds of Gundam and it's multiple different parts, and I really don't want to set it up on something unstable and have it fall. So I got to figure out how to record a video with 50 pounds of Gundam not falling over. So that'll be fun. So yeah, so we're going to call it there. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting the channel. Shout out to those that donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself. I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, or enjoy your weekend. It's Friday. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.